This is Entrepreneurs Get Visible, the podcast for people who want more impact, influence, and income. I'm Anna Parker-Naples, and I'll be sharing with you proven methods from leading entrepreneurs that help you get visible as an authority in your field. Because anything's possible when you get visible. Hello and welcome to our 100th episode of Entrepreneurs Get Visible. As part of the celebrations, I wanted to bring a slightly different format to the show for the next 5 episodes, including this one, and really just explain to you a little bit about why it feels like such a milestone to reach 100. So before I started this show, I wasn't an author. I hadn't had an internationally successful podcast. There were business awards I'd not yet won. There were people I hadn't met. There were many people who've been guests who've become friends and part of my wider network. And this podcast, and as a result of reaching listeners, has changed everything for me. And I am incredibly grateful to the thousands of you that turn it up week on week to listen to this show. And this particular episode, I've given some of you a chance to come on the show and share what listening to this show and some of the content that I put out there into the world has helped you. So you're going to be hearing today from some of your fellow listeners. And one of those people is going to win an opportunity to be a fully featured guest on this show, as I wanted very strongly to give something back to my community. And there are many of you who listen who have incredible stories and so much value to give. So the winner is going to be announced between this episode and episode 104. So make sure you listen to all 5 episodes being released Thursday. There's 3 coming out today, Friday and Saturday. So you want to make sure that you are listening to all of those to see who has won. The other thing I want to let you know about is that as part of my 100 celebrations, I am releasing my next mastermind, and I'm really excited about this one. It is for action takers. It is the Action Takers Mastermind. If you know that you want to learn how to launch properly, if you already have the foundations of your business in place, but you are serious about getting your message out there and getting visible, then this mastermind is for you. It is by application and invite only, but if you want to apply, you can head over to annaparkernaples.co.uk/mastermind. The link is in the show notes, so you don't have to write that down. And get in touch. Let me know why working on a mastermind with some incredible people to help up-level your business, why you are the right person for that mastermind. So now, let's get on with the show. And what I would love you to do to support this particular episode is to download, subscribe, rate and review. Over to my listeners.
Hi, I'm Irene Watson and I run One Dream, One Vision. The book Get Visible had a massive impact on me. It made me realise that I have been playing small for quite a long time and that I had been trained to play small all my life from a childhood. And because my childhood, I constantly heard children should be seen and not heard, be quiet, shush. And all these things had an impact on me and made me feel that I could not be seen and heard, that I didn't deserve to be seen and heard. And now I know after reading Anna's book and doing all the exercises in it, that that is not true, that anyone has the right to be seen and heard. And that really, really inspired me to put myself out there even more with more confidence and to inspire people who listen to my podcast and also to my audience. And that has been a really big stepping stone for me. Because if I'm not seen and I'm not heard, then I can't make the impact on the women that I want to. I can't make the impact on the world that I would want to. And I want to inspire other women to be like that. I want to tell my story and the world needs to hear it. The people who need to hear it will rise up and that will inspire them as well to be the best that they can be.
My name is Helen Adams and my business is called The Empowered Businesswoman. What I really love about your show, your book and all your coaching work is the fact that you've got that big, strong message saying to people, no matter how many times you get knocked down, keep getting up every single time. And your story was so empowering and so impactful, and your energy and your strength and your power. And that is so, so powerful. And I absolutely love it. How your content has impacted me. I love the way that whatever stage we are, even if we're right at the beginning of thinking about podcasts, you meet us where we are. All your advice, all your content is non-judgmental, but it's really, really empowering. It encourages us. That's all it does. It just encourages us to be our very best. This content has impacted me to finally take steps to do my own podcast, even though it's taken me a while, get off my backside and really do it, because it's such a powerful message that I've got to people as well. Thanks for reminding me that that message does need to get out there. Thank you for all the work that you do, and thank you for inspiring me every day.
Hi, Anna. This is Nicole Posner. What I loved about you when I first started listening was that everything you said struck a chord with me. It resonated. And at the time, I was realizing that I needed to do something with my business. I think in the beginning, it probably just started out as a hobby. And then I realized the value that I could bring to people, and actually that I was actually helping people more than I gave myself credit for. It was at the time then dealing with those inner fears and the confidence about going out there and making myself more visible and creating more impact for other people. Every day I used to look forward to listening to another episode of your podcast during my walks, and they inspired me so much. And then we did connect on LinkedIn, and then I actually bought your book. And then, as you know, I'm now in your mastermind. All the things that I've learned in such a short space of time have actually propelled me to a different stratosphere that I never, ever would have thought possible before. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm even getting calls from potential clients overseas I would never have had access to before, from connecting with you, working with you, listening to your podcast. Every podcast episode had great value to me. And although I might not have actually done anything about it at the time when I was listening to it initially, it all resonated and sort of pushed me towards actually working with you, which I'm loving now, pushing through those challenges and those fears. And that's the impact that I feel listening to your podcast, working with you, have changed for me dramatically.
Hi Anna, it's Kelly and Martin from Over the Edge. We love your show. We love your book. Getting visible is really important. You know what I think about your coaching. One day I hope that I can actually work one-on-one with you. But for now, the podcast membership has been just incredible. It would never have been so successful, the guests that we've been able to feature with all the tips that you've given us to help us along the way. We just would not have done what we've, or achieved what we have, without the steps that you gave. What do I think about your content? Well, the belief to create our 10-year vision, to believe in ourselves, that give us the hope that we can achieve. And what we've done is, as a result of being able to take out some of what you have provided in terms of your content and tools, you've helped us on that journey. So we really thank you, Anna. It means the world. Oh, and happy 100th episode. Thanks ever so much. Bye.
Hi, my name's Liz Drury and I'm a freelance voiceover artist based in North Lincolnshire. The name of my business is Liz Drury Voiceovers. I've been a member of Anna's Get Visible Club for a while now, and I've taken part in some of her challenges and attended one of her live events in London too, which was a really great day. I love Anna's consistent message to show up and be visible for your business. I find her really inspiring, and she's given me lots of ideas to move my own business forward. Her podcast series is particularly useful, and because of it, I'm now thinking about starting my own podcast. During the last session I had chatting to Anna, she suggested that I should also think about writing a book, which wasn't something that I'd considered before, but I am seriously thinking about doing that now, particularly around the networking skills that I mentioned.
Hi, I'm Ashley Cahill of One Life, One Skin podcast. Creating the show was a target I gave myself when I was not in a very good place and was hiding under a great big rock, and I needed to step back out into the light. Now, I gave myself the task of producing a podcast and I'd been to somebody else. This person explained to me that they were all bells and whistles and could do this and do that, and they took a lot of money off me. My podcast has been more than just, I want to get my message out there. You know, I'm not the greatest at speaking. I've come a very long way from where I was, and what has helped me has been the podcast. It's helped me show up. It's helped me get things done. And the overall thing, it's boosted my confidence because it's given me the sense of achievement. When you tell people you've got your own podcast, the sense of achievement it's quite overwhelming. But I wouldn't have done that without Anna's help. And it's not all about money. I would love to come on Anna's show to explain to people how good Anna is and what she can really offer people. Anna, for me, was, you know, I'd come across lots and lots of people that are just happy to take your money and not deliver on anything they say. But Anna truly did. And I think other people should know. And I would like to recommend Anna to other people. And I do. Every opportunity I get, I do recommend Anna, because it's little stepping stones and little baby steps that help people from come out under that great big rock. And I am trying to step back into the light where I used to be. Anna's podcast as well has opened up another world for me. And also, you know, when I've listened to each podcast, it's given me a little bit of nugget, little tiny bits of nugget that I can use in my own business. And it's just priceless.
Hi, Anna. My name is Stacey McLaughlin, and I own The Organized Experience, where I help people declutter and get organized. I loved your show because it was very upbeat. From the minute the music started till your voice came over, and you were so right to the point. There was no fluff. There was just, here's what we're talking about. Here's what's going on. And it was so upbeat. I did your launch, your challenge, and it so inspired me that you just have this impact that I got inspired and wanted to do more things, feeling your energy, just thinking about what I learned during that challenge and listening to your podcast was just something that I'm like, I have to have more of that. I want to know more about that.
I am Randy McEwen of the Travel Agent Next Door from Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. I met Anna through social media many years ago. I remember one day scrolling through Facebook and I saw her promoting her book, Get Visible, and found her story very inspiring. Continuing following her, I came across one post one day where she was promoting that she was going to be hosting a 5-day podcast challenge. And since I really didn't know much about podcasts, I've heard of them, but I didn't know much. So I did the 5-day podcast challenge and learned a lot. I realized how this would be beneficial for my company. So I want to thank Anna again for this opportunity to jump on that 5-day podcast challenge because I did learn a lot and I'm now inspired to go forward.
Hey, Gemma James here, Law of Attraction and Success Mindset Coach, motivational speaker and published author from Sussex in the UK. I absolutely love the Entrepreneurs Get Visible podcast. I love the fact that it is short and sweet and to the point. There's no fluff, but it gives me that motivation for my day. It gives me that motivation for my business. While I'm coming home from the school run, while I'm hanging the laundry or doing the dishes or just getting ready for my coaching day, it gives me that motivation that I need for my business. And it gives me that confidence and that encouragement to actually get out there and be more visible, because that is something that I was lacking. I have a great business, I have wonderful clients, but I wasn't really getting visible and getting out there. And as a result, my business wasn't growing. But now, thanks to following the Entrepreneurs Get Visible podcast, I've been implementing some of the very quick and simple and easy tips that Anna talks about that has made such an impact. And as a result, my business has been growing, my client base has been growing, my income has been growing, and I'm so incredibly grateful to Anna. I'm also now in her membership, the podcast membership, and I'm so excited to learn from her and to be able to launch my own fabulous show.
Hey everyone, my name is Chris Jaggs and I'm the creator of Learn, Develop, Live, which is based on the Learn, Develop, Live method. Working alongside a client, we can help identify an issue or a problem, work together to develop a habit to tackle the problem, and then take the shiny brand new habit, live out for 30 days and take your life to a higher level. The Entrepreneurs Get Visible podcast gives incredibly practical advice with each episode and is delivered with enthusiasm, passion and energy. The content is clearly presented and packed full of great advice as well as tried and tested practical tips. Anna Parker-Naples is able to deliver each topic in a way that instills confidence and belief in your own ability and knowledge without doubting yourself, regardless of your own experience with that subject. I spent many hours reading and watching whilst trying to teach myself the ways of podcast presenting. And while I'm very confident in some aspects of it, it's only recently from joining the podcast community that I've found a brand new network of welcoming and enthusiastic podcasters who have the same issues I've found previously myself or gone through it already. The content contained within the podcast membership has been put together incredibly well. It's simple, full of detail and well presented. The modules are perfectly designed to take someone who knows nothing about podcasting to being a chartered podcaster with the entire journey mapped out step by step. The Entrepreneurs Visible podcast is a very well-respected top 10 UK podcast and renowned globally. The podcast delivers the practical advice everyday people want and need to help push themselves on their own journey to success. The enthusiasm, energy and passion that Anna brings is stapled within the DNA of the show for all to see and can only encourage others. Being featured on such a prestigious show would allow the opportunity for huge exposure to an audience of other like-minded entrepreneurs who want to change the lives of other people for the better as well as themselves.
Hi everyone, I'm Jill Washington and I'm from Liverpool in the UK. My business is Vibrant Circle and I help female entrepreneurs and other busy women create vibrant, successful lives by leaving behind stress, anxiety and overwhelm. I first came across Anna on Facebook. I think it was at the beginning of this year. I followed her page, joined her group, bought the Audible version of her book, Get Visible, and started listening to her podcast. So basically, I just immersed myself in Anna. I've listened to all the available episodes of the podcast, and quite a few I've listened to several times over. I absolutely love Anna's energy and no-nonsense approach. She just gets on and gets things done, and she encourages you to do the same. So since finding Anna, I've massively increased my following on all social media platforms, especially LinkedIn and Instagram. As Anna says, anything is possible when you get visible. After doing her excellent podcast challenge, I joined her podcast membership, and the trainings inside take you step by step through getting set up to getting launched. It really does give you everything that you need to get started and get your podcast out there.
Hello, I'm Gurdeep Sahota, and I'm a property investor and developer. I co-host the East London and Essex Property Meetup. I am also a property coach, and I also host the Mums in Property podcast. And what I love about your show, Anna, is that they're short, sharp, to the point, and authentic. So I'm able to take those actionable points away and do them without feeling the overwhelm that I normally feel when I get from listening to content-based pieces that are around 45 to 60 minutes long. They tend to have a whole load of you need twos, and that kind of adds to the overwhelm. With yours, they're pint-sized and manageable. So that's how your content impacts me. What it means to me to be on your show, well, and I say this with a smile on my face, it means that I'm growing because I've pushed myself out of my comfort zone. It adds to my belief of being on the right path for me right now, that I'm doing the things that are quote unquote on purpose for my wider goals and my journey.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Smith and I'm a transformational and lifestyle coach. So this year I decided to do a podcast, promote my passion of helping and empowering people. I researched, attended webinars, but nothing really clicked. But I was so intrigued when I saw Anna Parker-Naples' 5-day challenge. Give me a challenge and Jennifer's there. It was actually a very thought-provoking 5 days. We were set tasks in the morning, came back in the evening, we had a Facebook Live and Anna gave a lot of insight, took questions and answers. And I decided actually, this is the one for me. So I joined the podcast membership. What is really interesting that delving into the podcast membership and all the things and teachings that Anna gives actually, Anna said a very interesting thing, and I may paraphrase it, but basically, if you have 2 ideas, then take the one that's got the most value.
My name is Kate Butcher, and I run a business called Paperclips Included. I have a small team of virtual assistants who work specifically with mums who run their own businesses. We support mums both in their business and home admin and organisation to help them to get all of the systems, processes, tools in place to get them as organised as they can possibly be to really help them to run their business more smoothly. So by getting systems in place, by helping out with some of that admin and some of those tasks, we can really free up a lot more time for mums to pursue what they really wanted to pursue in the first place, which was a business that gave them the time to spend with their family as well. I first came across Anna about a year ago, and I have been a member of 2 of her different memberships now. I listened to her podcast. I've been to a live event of hers and also met up with one of her social network meetings. And I really enjoy working with Anna because I find that her energy levels and her enthusiasm, her passion for what she does absolutely shines through and inspires me to work with the same level of passion. She has a huge amount of knowledge to share, and she shares it in various different ways. And I really enjoy listening to everything that she has to say because it really drives me forward and inspires me to go on and try to achieve the same levels of success that she's achieving within her business. Her content has really impacted on me in a number of ways. It makes me really decide to go out and get what I want. It's taught me a huge amount. I've learned a lot about podcasting in particular recently, and it's inspired me to actually decide to launch my own podcast, which is in its planning stages at the moment. And that will be a podcast aimed towards mums who are about to launch their own business or have just launched their own business, to give them lots of inspiration and hopefully pass on some of that inspiration that I've been receiving.
Hi, my name's Tara Haszakos and my business is tarahadzakis.com. I'm a happiness coach and I work with meditation, mindset, motivation and incorporating happy, healthy lifestyle choices. I came across Anna on Facebook and I was intrigued because I'd never even listened to one. So I signed up for Anna's 5-day challenge and I absolutely loved it. I thought Anna's knowledge, her enthusiasm for her topic really came through in the challenge and I was really interested in learning more from her as well. I'd also thought that maybe this would be a good way for me to get visible too, because I'd never even looked at doing podcasts. So I signed up for her training and oh my God, her training is phenomenal. There is so much detail in the trainings, in the videos, and there's so much content. You could tell that she really loves what she does and she really cares about giving us the best information possible. Anna's experience has taught me about a world in audio, which I knew nothing about, and how to become visible through my voice. And that's pretty powerful. To be on the show would be amazing. I think it's exciting to be on such a high caliber show. And it's also great for my business. It would be great to grow and reach a new audience. It would open up an audience for me that I haven't been able to reach until now. And that would give me more people to inspire and to motivate.
So there you have it, just a few of the listeners who wanted to share the impact of this show. And I'd love to hear from you if this show or any of the stuff that I put out into the world touches you. And if you really do want to uplevel your business, then get in touch about my mastermind. You can go to www.annaparker-naples.co.uk/mastermind. Get your application in. I'd love to help you get visible.
Thank you for listening to Entrepreneurs Get Visible. To get your free checklist on how to raise your profile and to find out about our community, go to annaparker-naples.co.uk/get visible.